Velocity TV begins now.
They're back.
Let her dig.
The best cure for your blues to get you through your hump day. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Full Velocity TV here live tonight at the USA International Speedway here in Lakeland, Florida. Here, of course, it's Wednesday night. It's DWR, Wednesday Night Street Fights, live on the docket tonight. And as always, a pretty good, strong car count. Here every Wednesday night, we are ready to rock and roll for what is going to be an awesome night of street stock racing. Here live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Good evening, everybody. Phil LaCasse here, along with our broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton on the controls, and my color guy for the evening. So, Todd, we have a great night of racing on hand. We come back to DWR, and I think this is an event we circle every week. Wednesday Night Street Fights, that was one of the highlights of our week here at Full Velocity.
Definitely one of the highlights here. Each and every Wednesday night Street Fights. These guys put on a whale of a show. And I know we were talking about this track earlier, Phil. Not one of your favorite tracks, not one of Jim Revis's favorite tracks, but it's one of my favorite tracks, especially the run of the controls. We got a lot of different angles here at the USA International Speedway here in Lakeland, Florida. So I can't wait to be a part of this event once again, and like I do each and every Wednesday night.
Yeah, absolutely. So all you guys out there tonight watching through Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV, like it, share it, follow it, interact with it, subscribe. I don't care what you do. We'll be here all night long for a great race here in Lakeland, Florida. So these guys are chomping at the bit, ready to go. So why don't we do this and throw this thing trackside and pay honor to this awesome country, the United States of America, and the playing of our national anthem. All right, guys, back at it here tonight live at USA International Speedway in Lakeland, Florida. We are ready to go here for an awesome night of racing. Dirt Warrior Racing, Wednesday night street fights here live every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Well, more like 9:15 Eastern time by the time we get through practice, get their pill draw complete, and get our butt up to the airwaves. Usually around 9:15, but you can expect us here each and every Wednesday night, by far and away our favorite night of the week, to come out here and do a show and hang out with these guys. So, of course, Full Velocity TV can't be here without thanking all our terrific sponsors out there. Of course, we're going to thank Brendan Spadafora, SpadaforaFirearms.com. You want to purchase a new gun or accessorize an existing one or whatever it might be, or even need ammunition reload, check out Brendan's website now. He'll hook you up, SpadaforaFirearms.com. Also want to thank Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag. Great pit boxes and widgets over there. Telemetry, every week. All the cool stuff he's got going on. Always developing new stuff. Check him out, iRacingIFlag.com. Also, let's shout out to Evil One Graphics. We're over here home tonight at DWR. Evil One Graphics, Jim Revis does some terrific car wraps. Check him out now. Evil One Graphics, they're not only good, they are evil. Also, a shout out to our buddy Jameson over at CZ Race Designs, another great car wrap manufacturer there. Look the best in show while winning all the dough. CZ Race Designs, hell yeah. Also got to thank the guys over at DirtSeries.com. We're back on the airwaves with them on Monday night with the fourth night here of the Monday night indoor national second annual Chili Bowl. We're street stock racing here this coming Monday night. DirtSeries.com is where you go to sign up with those guys. So got to thank all our presenting sponsors. And Todd, we're here at USA. The cars and the stars of Dirt Warrior Racing set to go for a terrific 60-lap main event. So what do you say? Let's go with tonight's starting lineup. All right, here you have it, folks. This week's pill draw starting lineup for the guys at DWR. On the pole, going to be car number 420. Speedy E, Eric Elmore, going to have the pole, and alongside of him in car number 23. Terrific pill draw this week for our buddy Lon Franks. In row number 2 on the inside, car number 12, Electric Eric Eichstadt on the inside of a second row, and flanked alongside of him aboard car number 84, multiple-time winner here at DWR. That's the natural one, E.J. Jones on the outside of the second row. In row number 3 to the inside, we welcome back car number 61 of Josh Peacock with a 010 alongside of Casey Brunson. In our fourth row, we find car number 11. That is Trey Jones. To the outside of him, the 06 is Matthew Everett. In row number 5, we find car number 20, Greg Turberville, with the number 1 car of Alex Brewer on the outside. In our sixth row, we find the driver, car number 51. That is Justin Gledhill, and next to him aboard the 27 car, that is Dan Crossett. In the next row back, we find the Evil One, car number 21 from Evil One Graphics. That is Jim Revis, and alongside of him in the 71 car, the Iceman, Daniel Stifler starts off next. Next row back, we find the 097. Mitchell Enos had a great run here on Sunday night on Full Velocity TV, and next door to him in the 111, that is Kyle Moyer. Next row, we find the 00 of Michael Whitlock with the number 10 car of last week's winner, Racing Jason Salter, starting deep in the field and rolling off shotgun, a late entry this week, car number 42 of Glenn Irwin. So that is a pretty good field there. I think I count 19 cars for what is going to look to be a 65-lap feature for these guys, as we always do here on Wednesday night. They're going to take the mock green flag. They're going to get into their proper starting alignment by way of the pill draw, and then they're going to set these guys loose on probably a good 62 to 63-lap adventure for these guys. So, as I said, Todd, your favorite, one of your favorite tracks, not my favorite, but I think it's going to make for a good race out here tonight, and we know these guys at DWR. They're going to do it well. They do it in a big way, as they do every week, and I'm sure we're going to have fun as always.
Yeah, we always have fun here at DWR, Wednesday night street fights. These guys put on one whale of a show, 3 and 4 wide racing, and USA might be the longer dirt track that we have here in the iRacing.com motorsports simulations, and it's going to be interesting to see how these street stocks handle it once again. I remember winning quite a few races in the first 2 seasons at the USA International Speedway, in the limited late model, like I said. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys handle it. I know a couple of background stories is I know Eric Eichsted's wife does not like Electric Eric as a nickname. She does not. She despises it. I know she'll be in the chat box one of these times, Phil, picking on us. I know she's out there gunning for us. And then E.J. Jones spoke to me earlier, and he says, since you coined me the natural one, I haven't done a darn thing. I've wrecked. So he wanted me to take that name away, and I don't think I can, Phil.
I don't know, man. They get nicknames. They usually stick. So the natural one, Electric Eric, I mean, we take them as we fly with them, and I don't know. You're sometimes gonna you're gonna live up to your nickname. I mean, who better to do so? The evil one, Jim Revis, or how about our buddy out there in the Facebook chat there tonight? Old Big Bunky, Rocky Batfield. He's picking the number 23 of Lon Franks to go to victory lane off the outside pole tonight. I think that's a really good pick. But as far as his nickname goes, Todd, they're stuck with what they got because it takes a lot of time for us. We're creative people, so once we jump onto something, we got to take it and ride usually, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. I was one of those guys. I went to the track, and I get out of the four-cylinder front-wheel drive that I was racing there for a little bit, and I get out of the track, and guess what, Phil? They say too tall Todd. So that stuck with me. The announcers have called me at every track in the Northeast. That's who they call me by. So, and you've been aware of it. You've seen it. You know the nickname there at the local racetrack that I have. So, it's stuck with them. It's going to stick with Electric Eric. We could go E to the power of 3. I mean, because it's triple E. But that sounds even stupider.
Yeah, and stand next to this guy. You'll figure out why they call him Too Tall Todd. There's no way you'll get a name like Stumpy or whatever. Now, the 6'6" of this guy, he's a mountain. Too Tall Todd Stanton doing the controls for us here tonight. So these guys look like they're just about ready to rock and roll. Looks like they're in proper starting alignment. Thought this would only take them about 2 laps. So here they come off of turn number 4. I wonder if they fire this time through. We'll see. Do they stomp in the gas pedal? Looks like we're going to take at least one more time around. So take a look at these cars and stars now with Dirt Warrior Racing. Guys got Speedy E. Eric Elmore on the pole with Lon Franks. They're on the outside of the front row. You look at that awesome second row. Look at you got Eric Eichstadt, E.J. Jones there. You got 2 really fast guys on the third row with Josh Peacock and Matt Everett, who was showing some speed. How about a youngster like Trey Jones, who picked up a win here last season, looking to knock the door down? Alex Brewer has been on fire here recently with good runs. Greg Turberville knocking on the door of a victory here at DWR in the slightest of ways. Dan Crossett's been putting on some really good runs. Justin Gledhill's improving. You know, the Iceman, Dan Stilfer's been great. Jim Revis picking up wins recently. Kyle Moyer, very competitive. Mitchell Enos almost won here Sunday night. Of course, you got Jason Salter, last week's winner, back there. Mike Whitlock, who's run really good here lately. Casey Brunson and Glenn Irwin. This is a really, really good stack deals of race cars. Off of turn number 4. They open it up this time, Todd. Green flag in the air. It's Speedy E. Eric Elmore. He'll lead the field to turn 1.
Yeah, Eric Elmore leading the field here with Lon Franks in the number 23. He's been on fire as of late, whether it's here, whether it's Sunday night shootout. I've seen him won a race over the World of Thunder. And, man, he's doing a fantastic job as Lon Franks here all over the iRacing community, dirt street stocks, whatever he decides to race. But dirt street stocks, he has made a name for himself in that number 23 machine. Already going to battle, going to work there in the second spot with Easy E in that 420, trying to get down to the bottom.
Yeah, good race there. Off of turn number 2 for the race lead. Elmore up high. Lon Franks down low. Still double file for that third spot as well between Eric Eichstadt and E.J. Jones. They start sprinkling out all over this three-quarter mile there. Now we got one car coming to the down low side of the racetrack. That is Matt Everett in the 06. 3 wide there for third on back. They shoot down the front stretch.
Battle maintaining for the lead. Lon Franks down on the extreme bottom. Battle side by side with the 420 of Easy E off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Easy E inches forward of that number 23 coming down into turn number 3. Can Lon Franks maybe even pull a slider down through here? He drives it in deep. Slide job maneuver on the 420 of Easy E. Eric Elmore. Elmore fights back down to the bottom and side by side down the front straightaway. Drag race here to the start finish line. Give that lap to Lon Franks, but Easy E, I do believe, going to be able to pull another slider. Nope, hits the grass there. Makes 84 of the natural one. E.J. Jones check up, but Lon Franks is your new leader.
Yeah, and see that, Todd, on the inside? There's grass there. There's no Uke tires. There's grass. That saved the wreck right there. Eric Elmore tried to dive into the corner. Didn't make the corner. Didn't wreck. We still stay green. Lon Franks now racing. Elmore trying to hold on for second. These guys like Eric Eichstadt and E.J. Jones who are still starting to sort it out. Those guys still double file chasing on to Elmore. You got Everett in the 06 there. That's a good 4-car drag race for the second spot now off of 2.
And great racing going on for that third spot between the 84 of E.J. Jones and Eric Eichstadt in the number 12 machine. Matthew Everett's right there waiting to pounce on these guys. There's a 420 of EZE. Eric Elmore slips up the track just a tad bit, and that's going to kill his momentum as he was starting to run down again with Lon Franks trying to close that gap, but now he falls back into the clutches of the number 12 and the 84 of E.J. Jones down into turn number 2 and off down the back straightaway. It's still the number 23 of Lon Franks, EZE, Eric Elmore for 2. For 3 right now is E.J. Jones, but he's under fire from many different directions.
Yeah, you got Eichstadt back there. You got Matt Everett's back there. Josh Peacock, 61, right there on the outside looking into that battle as well. So one mistake there. You know, stuff could happen. Also, the 11 car of Trey Jones. We haven't talked about Trey here recently, Todd. A guy who ran really strong last season, really struggled out of the gate here. Trey Jones in the 11 car starting to make his way forward, but caution flag going to come out for the first time on lap number 10 here at USA. So 5 laps into the green flag run, 10 laps of 65 on the board. Caution going to come out into the air, and I don't have the first idea where this one may have come from. I would hate to say Justin Gledhill, Todd. I hate to say it. Take me through it and show us what happened.
So as we look through here, and Justin Gledhill all by his selfie around and in front of the 097 of Mitchell Enos. And, you know, the 51 of Justin Gledhill makes his appearance back, and just that bad luck is already strapped to his back in the number 51 machine. But I tell you, Justin is going to win a race. I still stick to that. Justin's going to win a race soon, as he's had a lightning fast car. And a lot of times it matters where you're going to start. But look at that car out there, that Amsoil sponsor number 51. It's pink and white. A nice looking car.
He's going to win a race. There's no doubt about it. And if I have to go out there and race against him, well, by God, he's going to win a race if I have to say anything to say about it. Justin Gledhill aboard car number 51. Awesome looking Amsoil scheme there. That little pink in there really makes that thing shine. He'll get back sorted out. Jim Revis of the 21 car going to get the wave around here to get back to the lead lap. And not sure why, but Casey Brunson unable to make the call tonight here in the 010. So, was hoping to see what he would do after a good run here Sunday night, but Casey Brunson not able to answer the bell here this evening. Not sure if the car misfired or whatever happened there, but we have 17 drivers out here to the racetrack. Revis with that wave around, going to put all 17 back to the lead lap, and it looks like we're about a lap away from going back to green flag, but Lon Franks leading over Eric Elmore, E.J. Jones, Matt Everett, and Eric Eichstadt, your current top 5. We find the enigma there, the 11 of Trey Jones running in 6th, Josh Peacock 7th, Alex Brewer in for 8th, Greg Tuberville 9th, and the Iceman, Daniel Stifler rounding out our current top 10. The field in the back straightaway, and it looks like, Todd, the lights are out atop DWRRacing.com pace truck, and we're going to put this field back into green flag conditions off of turn number 4. We'll begin starting lap number 14, so a lot of racing left to go. These guys at the back, they still got plenty of time to come forward. What do you see? We get settling it out. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air.
As we continue to do that awesome camera shot on the beginning start of the race there, Phil, trying to get all the cars coming across that start finish line here at USA International Speedway. Takes a minute for me as it's breathtaking coming down the front straightaway with the 23 of Lon Franks already down into turn number 3. That's just how fast these guys are going. Eric Eichstadt now up into the side. Contact made, and around goes the 61 of Josh Peacock hard into the outside wall. That's going to bring out another yellow flag as I see Eichstadt just barely lead into the 420 of EZE, and then all of a sudden, all heck broke loose behind him.
Yeah, it sure did. And I saw a white car there go nose first into the wall, and I think that may have been the 61 car. Man, that was a shot there for that car. Not sure where it happened from or what broke loose, but all I know, it was just mayhem and chaos, and Peacock involved, Greg Turberville getting a piece of the action. If that's only a two-car incident, that's unbelievable. And I know whoever it was, I believe the 61 Todd, head first into the wall. That's never a good thing.
It definitely was Josh Peacock coming down into the corner here and gets up alongside of Everett. It's just enough. Where the 11 of Trey Jones gets into him hard into the outside wall, goes to 61. The 20 of Greg Tuberville also involved. That's tough for him. As we have a turtle, our very first turtle here on Full Velocity TV here of the evening. It's number 61 of Josh Peacock just upside down and, man, hanging by the belt's never a good sign.
Nope, not good at all. That's not a place you want to be, is upside down, and Josh Peacock did that in that car on pit road with some obvious damage there. Race car driver probably a little bit frazzled, and we'll hope he'll get back out there to the racing action here in just a little bit, but tough break there for the 61. Tough break for Turberville, who I think also got a piece of that action. Mitchell Enos back there as well. So those guys will get it all sorted out. But look at this top five. I mean, great pill draws this week for guys like Lon Franks, E.J. Jones, Eric Eichstad, Eric Elmore, and Matt Evans is a solid top five. Last week's winner, Todd, Mr. Racing Jason Salter, he started in the 16th position. Jason Salter all the way up to the top 10 already. He is running 8th. Racing Jason looks to be a factor again this week, and we're still early on in the going. Only 17 of 65 on the board.
He's definitely coming up through the field. Got to take a moment and say hi to everybody out there on YouTube, Twitch, and actually Facebook. Facebook is really got a good gathering out there on Facebook. Got to say hello to everybody out there. Nebraska, I know there's somebody out there from the United Kingdom that was watching us here earlier. Got to thank everybody for tuning in here to Full Velocity TV. As green flag getting ready to come back out. As green flag is in the air, we're racing down the front straightaway. It's Lon Franks, it's E.J. Jones. Those are your top two. Here comes Eric Eichstad in the number 12 machine, looking down to the bottom side there, momentarily trying to get around E.J. Jones. Not going to be able to do so here as E.J. Jones blocks that run.
Sure does. Keep E.J. Jones in that second spot. Eichstad back in third. I wonder how Lon Franks can handle this, because, Todd, we know he's a great race car driver. He's won races before. He looks in the mirror and sees those guys pouncing on him. I think the adrenaline starts to kick up a little more. Lon with the lead here as they hit turn number 1. E.J. Jones starting to pester him low for the lead. Call that a race for the lead. 84 looks now low and now high off the exit of 2, trying to pull alongside for the battle for the lead.
The natural one, E.J. Jones, in that number 84 Cedar Cove-sponsored machine, trying to track down to number 23 of Lon Franks, trying to get around Lon here as they come off of turn number 4. Right now, staying at bay, and the number 84 staying right there, running into 23's tire tracks. A little early still for them to make a move, but E.J. Jones is not a man that wants to wait. He wants to get to the lead and drive off into the sunset, but Lon Franks not going to give them that opportunity as they come down the back straightaway.
No, not at all. It's good race going on for the lead, but 23 holding off the 84. EJ going to peek it deep into the turn number 3 this time. Does he have position off the corner? That is a good drag race, clean as a whistle. These guys at DWR, they do this better than anybody else. And EJ, he is there. He's got position on the front stretch into turn number 1. Doesn't overdrive the corner. Lets Lon fight back on the outside, but they're going to drag race now, Todd, down the back chute toward turn number 3. Who's got the advantage? Who's going to come away with the lead?
How long are they going to be able to keep this up, too? That's another question that needs to be answered. Here comes Eric Eichstad down to the bottom side. He's going to wrestle into the fray here. So it looks like E.J. Jones going to complete the pass. Nope. Here comes Lon Franks. Shot out of the cannon down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Franks now pulling up alongside of E.J. Jones once again. Side-by-side battle for the lead coming off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Look at Racing Jason Salter now battling with the number 420 of EZE. That's a battle for the 4th spot, so keep your eye on that number 10 machine. He'll be in the fray before long.
Oh, he certainly is. Jason Salter starting to make his way forward in car number 10, but that race for the lead, terrific battle up there between E.J. Jones down low, Lon Franks up high, and Eric Eichstad just picking which way do I go, and you can see that same battle going on for 4th on back with Jason Salter. Eric Elmore there also. I think it's is that Trey Jones, that Matt Everett. That is Trey Jones there in the 11 car, kind of peeking into that battle as well. They race 4th on back, side by side. They're still racing up here for the lead off of 4. It looks like E.J. Jones, I thought, was going to clear Lon. Think better of that. They stay side by side. Terrific racing from these guys. 24 of 65 on the board.
Yeah, fantastic racing going on here for the top spot. Lon Frank's not going away, and a great battle going on. 3-wide battle, though, for that 4th spot. As Jason Salter down on the bottom still. Trey Jones was into the fray. He was in the middle there for a moment, trying to make some headway there in that number 11 machine. But E.J. Jones going to slide up in front of the number 23 of Lon Franks. He's going to take over the lead there momentarily. But Lon Franks back to the top, trying to pull up alongside the 84 once again.
Yeah, those guys just keep going at it. The picture just does all the justice here. Let our words not speak. Watch these guys slide through the corner. Lon Franks keeping it glued up high with all that momentum. E.J. Jones this time drives it deep into turn number 3. Does he slide up the hill and finally clear the pass off of 4? E.J. Jones, our race leader, and I think we can honestly say, Todd, I think he finally may have cleared him, but he didn't slide up the racetrack and take it away. Here comes Lon back to the low side. We're exchanging lanes here for the lead off of 2.
Yeah, as we go in car with the driver, the number 23, Lon Franks, as he's going to work here on the number 84 of E.J. Jones. Now as he's back down to the bottom, he's not letting Jones get away. Coming off of turn 4, and they're going to flash by that start-finish line, but a great view inside the cockpit of the number 23 of Lon Franks.
Yep, sure is. Awesome view there. I'm looking back here with this run for 3rd. Eric Eichstadt watching these guys battle for the lead. That's a really good view there as well as those guys going at it up front. 4th is settled out. Jason Salter picking up the 4th spot. Eric Elmore now. He's dropped all the way back from Trey Jones. Matthew Everett has gone around. Eric Elmore now going all the way back to the 7th position. Salter 4th. Trey Jones in 5th. Everett 6th. Elmore 7th. Dan Crossett having a great run in the 27 car. Dan's up to 8th. Jim Revis running 9th. And Daniel Stifler, the Iceman, he's cracked the top 10 of the 71. 5 seconds behind this good race for the race lead up front. E.J. Jones holding off Lon Franks and Eric Eichstadt, who's now looking in his mirror, Todd, and he's seeing a number 10 car looming back there in the mirror. Jason Salter very fast right now here tonight.
Yeah, definitely really fast is the number 10 of Jason Salter flashing by that start-finish line as we go and watch all the cars flash by the start-finish line. Looks like the one of Alex Brewer pulling at pit side. Something amiss on the number 1 machine, and he's pulled at pit side there, Phil. Looks like he's going to be behind the wall.
Yeah, Alex Brewer's night looks like maybe done on the 1 car, as is a 61 of Josh Peacock there. That damage was terminal. Could not fix that race car. So 18 took the green flag. Looks like we can say 16 left on the racetrack, all on the lead lap, and doing a great job as things have kind of settled out to a single file formation around this place. We saw it early. These guys can really go at it. Good racing going on back there between Trey Jones and Matt Everett. So it looks like we're about the 5th spot. Let's go back there and take a peek at the battle between Everett and Jones. Matt now able to get the better of the 11 car. Move Matt Everett to 5th, but Trey Jones in the 11 not going away. He looks back low off of 4.
And Trey Jones definitely not going to give up there in that number 11 machine, trying to look down to the bottom side of Matthew Everett's in that 06 machine, but great battle going on for that 5th spot as Trey Jones wants to finish inside that top 5. And man, he's had a really, really rough season, number 4 here at the Wednesday night street fights, and he's trying to get a win. But top 5 would be nice and finish upside on the upside of things for once.
Yeah, really so. Trey looking for a good run here. Good battle going on right behind these guys as well between Elmore and that 420 car in Dan Crossett's and the Crossett number 27. Dan having a terrific night. Those guys were side by side for about 2 laps. Dan going to peek it back to the low side, and right behind him, Jim Revis on the 21 car starting to kind of peek into this fray as well. There's good racing going on back here for 7th, 8th, and 9th right now, being held by Elmore 420. Eric was on the pole, but he has dropped back through the field. He said that during the drivers' meeting, Todd. He got a really good pill draw. Not his favorite track, not his best of setups. Eric Elmore doing all he can to hold on. Crossett there pestering him, and Jim Revis now looking to the low side. Jim from 1 lap down trying to make some time, gets a little bit loose, but this is the highlight guys inside the top 10. They're all still digging hard. All still chasing E.J. Jones up front, who is starting to exit stage left here as he's got himself a pretty hefty advantage over Lon Franks there as they hit turn number 1 and 2. Call that 6 car lengths, the 84 of the 23.
Yeah, about 6 car lengths between the 84 and the 23. But Jason Salter has been knocking on the door for that 3rd spot, that podium finish. So number 10 was down to the inside of Eric Eichstadt, but he had to back out of it just a little bit. It was not getting that bite off, so he's trying to get a different run on that number 12 machine of Eric Eichstätt. Now he tries the top side in that number 10 machine. Racing Jason Salter to the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to utilize that, maybe even utilize what banking they have here to try to go down to the bottom and use that momentum to get by Eichstätt. But right now, Eichstätt holding his own in that number 12 machine.
Like you say, Todd, using all the banking he can have. Even if at USA here, where it's predominantly flat, I think it's about 6 degrees. All 6 of those degrees, that will definitely help that race car balance out to help make that run, won't it? Even with as little as 6 degrees of banking?
Just a little bit of banking will help you. It just going into the corner and using that to switch it up just a tad bit will give you a little bit of a run there. As now he goes down to the bottom side once again, looking on that number 12 of Eric Eichstätt. Eichstätt now drifts up to the top shelf of the Speedway here, and his momentum kind of killed there. Looked like he had one whale of a push there. That number 12 machine. As Salter now has to back out of it. Now back down to the inside in turn number 1, side by side for that third spot.
Good battle there for third. Salter down low under Eichstätt off of turn number 2. Eichstätt using that big motor up high. Going to power on back to the outside to hold on to that spot. But here comes Racing Jason back to the low side through 3 and 4. Can he find that forward grip down there, that drive off the corner? Not enough there. Eric able to hold on. That battle's still going to go on. But let me ask you, Todd, because we're here at USA tonight, 3/4 mile, the biggest dirt track we have here out in iRacing as far as the dirt scene goes. Think back to watching tracks night after night, like, say, a Lanier, Lake of Volusia. You know, smaller racetracks where you're kind of in it all night long and turning left the whole night. How different is it to attack an animal like this USA 3/4 mile, predominantly flat racetrack? How hard is it to fall off your game here and stay out of the seat? Because it really feels like you've got a lot to battle at a track like this with these long, sweeping, flat corners.
It's a lot about momentum and diamonding your corners there, Phil. Going down the front straightaway, I usually get as low as I can to the wall. I back out of it a little bit, set the car, and drive through the corner like it's just diamonding it, basically, is what some of these guys are doing. Obviously, you can't do that when you're side by side, so you're trying to stay in the throttle. Up top, it's really difficult to keep running up there, but I tell you, the 23 of Lon Franks did a fantastic job just keeping up to the top shelf of the Speedway with the number 84 of E.J. Jones. So it's a different kind of animal. Yes, you are right, but I do love the long straightaways, the wide sweeping corners, as it makes it extremely, extremely fun.
And it's also really, really fast as well. And I think with the top speeds you turn here, it kind of gives it almost a sense like a super speedway on steroids out here for a dirt car. These guys doing an awesome job. E.J. Jones leading Lon Franks that race for third. Still very good between Jason Salter and Eric Eichstätt. They're back side by side off of turn number 2. 10 car keeps getting the run in the inside, but Eichstätt, that big motor aboard that number 12 car is on the outside. He's able to hold on there, and that battle for fifth has been a really good one too. I've been watching Matt Everett and Trey Jones. Matt able to hold on, but Trey is really starting to give him all he can handle. 11 car looks to be really good here tonight. He keeps peaking low, just like Salter. Can't find the run down there to complete the pass.
Yeah, I just don't have that run, and on the top shelf of Speedway, it's just a tad bit different, and he's not able to do that in that number 11 machine. So we'll see if Trey Jones will be able to work around Matthew Everett. We'll see if Jason Salter is going to be able to work around the number 12 of Eric Eichstätt. But right now, Eichstätt able to hold on to that third podium finish. And I tell you what, right now, Phil, these guys aren't really pulling away that far. I mean, last time by, E.J. Jones with a 27.690, Lon Franks 27.718. Jason Salter, who flashed by the start-finish line in that third spot, ran a 27.782. So those guys pretty close in times, and Trey Jones also running in the sevens. So we'll see what happens here as Trey Jones now peaks to the high side. It's one thing to catch somebody, it's another thing to pass him.
Absolutely right. And you want to find some really good racing, Todd. I had to drift all the way back in the field, but I have found the 71 car of Daniel Stifler back there running 11th, and I find a gaggle of cars there all battling. You got him, you got Greg Tuberville, you got Glenn Irwin back there, Justin Gledhill, Michael Whitlock back there. I mean, that's a good 5-car battle going on well up behind the field, 10 seconds behind our race leader, but those guys really going after a good outside the top 10. Tuberville, Whitlock, and Glenn Irwin, those guys are really starting to go at it, trading positions. That's a really good battle there off of 4. Stifler able to hold on, but just to highlight some of the great racing we've got going on all over this place.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get my camera views to that battle as Jason Salter was able to complete the pass on the number 12 of Eric Eichstadt, and Matthew Everett just jumped right on it too in that '06 machine as he's to the top shelf of the Speedway trying to out-muscle the number 12 cars. The 12 stuck down on the bottom. Everett's to the top shelf. Side-by-side battle here going into turn number 1. Everett is now going to clear number 12 here momentarily. If that is the case, he's going to be up to that 4th spot, and Trey Jones is following suit also in the number 11.
Yeah, you see right now, low side not really fast. How do you like that, Eric, going down there? You keep Jason down there, who finally gets around you. Now you're going to go down there your own right, and you may lose spots to Matt Everett and to Trey Jones off of turn number 4. 12 car stuck down low. Everett's making the pass. Here comes Trey Jones. He's going to try to follow suit on the outside. Is that the fast way around right now as this racetrack starts to get worn out with a little less than 20 laps to go here, Todd?
Yeah, it looks like the fastest way around right now. The number 11, you can tell he's faster than Everett as he's kissing the bumper through the corner, just barely tapping the 06 of Everett to try to get him going, try to get around the number 12 of Eric Eichstadt so he can go back to work on the number 06 of Matthew Everett. Right now, Everett's not able to completely clear the number 12 of Eric Eichstadt, but here comes the number 11 of Trey Jones to the top shelf of the Speedway. Everett's able to finally clear, and so is Trey Jones.
Yep, they sure are. Put Eichstadt now back to 6th. Put Everett's up to 4th. Trey Jones running 5th. Eric going to try to fight back on the inside there. We see how tough that has gotten here. Jason Salter broke out of that battle. Finally, Todd, the only issue with him having to race as hard as he did to get that 3rd spot, he's got a lot of racetrack to chase down between himself and Lon Franks and our race leader, E.J. Jones. E.J. has opened that thing up to well over 1.2 seconds. He is just driving away. So Jason Salter with a really good race car, he just may run out of laps here before he can catch up to Lon Franks and maybe even to E.J. Jones. If this thing's just stay green, 10's good. I'm not sure he's got time. 2.7 seconds and a little over 10 laps. Or 15 laps. So that's tough.
Yeah, definitely going to be tough. Got to answer Jeffrey DeWolf's question out there. It was not this particular lead where the black flag was. It was actually the Grassroots Racing Series that the black flag came out in, and we're still not sure. And that was the league owner too, so we're not sure what caused that one. But fantastic racing nevertheless. But the DWR here tonight, Wednesday night street fights. Yes, this is Street Stocks. We do a lot of street stock broadcasts here on Full Velocity TV. My favorite chassis to watch, my favorite car to watch, at least in the iRacing simulation.
Yeah, they say the big guys all run the modifieds and the supers and the pros and whatever else, but the best racing is right here in the street stocks. I don't care if we got the big names out here on Full Velocity TV. I think we have the absolute best of racing, pound for pound, that we can possibly find. And these street stocks really live up to the bill week after week, and we love coming to do them. They are a lot of fun to watch, and we got some really terrific race car drivers out here tonight in USA International Speedway. You got that battle going on for 4th on back there. Everett's able to hold on. Trey Jones is there. Eric Eichstadt running back in 6th. You got guys like Eric Elmore, who settled it out in 7th. Dan Crossett running 8th. The evil one, Jim Revistad, he's stuck back there in 9th, and Kyle Moyer broke the top 10. You got Michael Whitlock up there at 11th. Greg Tuberville, 12th. Justin Gledhill is 13th. Daniel Stifler having a tough night. He's back there running 14th with Glenn Irwin now in the 15th position. Mitchell Enos, the last car on the racetrack, running in 16th. 2 cars behind the wall include the 1 car of Alex Brewer and the 61 of Josh Peacock. So what was a really good, strong field of race cars here tonight. 18 to take the green flag here at USA International. Right now, this field being led by the natural one, E.J. Jones, and he's just out here, Todd, having another good old-fashioned Wednesday night stroll. Easy hump day for the 84. Next time around, we'll have 10 more trips around the 3/4 mile. And it looks like this race really feels like it's going to stay green. Maybe a 10-lap coronation of sorts once again for the likes of E.J. Jones. It looks like the coolers and the grill are starting to get pulled out down there. Maybe party time in a little while.
Yeah, he's definitely jonesing there as the number 84 for some beer, for some women down there. He likes to party. He's the party guy out there. The natural one, E.J. Jones, just pulling away, setting sail, almost 2.5 seconds between himself and Lon Franks. It did knock off just a tad bit there last time by 2.1 seconds, but Lon Franks right now trying to do everything he can to chase down E.J. Jones, but E.J. Jones in a different zip code here tonight, and maybe by the end of this race, maybe even in a different area code.
Yeah, looks like it. But we had a good race going on back there, Todd, for fifth between Trey Jones in the 11. Eric Eichstadt in the 12. He's kind of come back to life there, back to the low side. He was able to make a pass. Trey made a slide job back, and now on the outside, Trey Jones holding on to position. Look at Eric drive that car deep into the corner. That is a good race going on for fifth off the exit of 4.
As we go inside, the driver of the number 12, Eric Eichstadt's car, as he's going to work here on the number 11, the Trey Jones. Just want to give you the view of what Eric Eichstadt has to go through as the setup was deteriorating just a little bit. We had 9 laps remaining, but man, he's able to pull that pass off finally, Phil. Put himself back inside the top 5, getting around Trey Jones. Now he's going to try to see if he can catch Matthew Everts in that 06 machine.
Yeah, and Matt having a terrific night up there running in the 4th spot. That I've been kind of watching the interval between second place Lon Franks and third place Jason Salter. It's kind of evened itself out. Salter looked a little bit faster. Lon's turned it on a little bit now, so it looks like that may be settled there. You got Everett there in 4th. Matt's starting to run down the 10 car a little bit. Eichstadt back there in 5th. What I thought these battles may be over, Todd, they may not quite be. And I look even further back now. In the back part of the top 10, I find Jim Revis in a battle with Kyle Moyer and Dan Crossett. Those guys having a good race back there for 9th. Crossett and Moyer, they're battling side by side down the front chute. Yeah, these are guys who usually talk about racing in the top 5. They're going at it for the 9th spot back here tonight. Just shows you the strength of the field these guys have had. Moyer drives it deep into turn number 3 and 4. Looks like he may complete the pass of 21. Nope, Jim got the, must have one of those Eichstadt motors in that 12 car, or 21 car. Jim got that big power run up high to pull back side by side. So just kind of shows you, even 60 laps into this race, these guys still going at it all over the field. This is the best race of the racetrack right now. Side-by-side battle for a nice spot between Jim Revis and Kyle Moyer.
Yeah, great racing going on as we're going to come up here to 3 laps to go with the 420 of VZE. Now down to the infield, hits that barrel by the wall as he's trying to get down out of the way here. The guys coming at him as E.J. Jones continues to lead this one here into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. So 3 laps will remain here for the natural one. E.J. Jones now out to almost a 3-second advantage in that Cedar Cove sponsored number 84 full velocity on the deck lid. So we cannot wait to see what the 84 does here, if he's going to be able to hold on here. But Lon Franks running in that 2nd spot. Jason Salter has indeed caught the number 23 of Lon Franks there, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get around Franks or not. Down the back straightaways, we're going to see popsicle sticks in the air here. 2 more trips around for the natural one, E.J. Jones.
2 more trips around, but this battle back here between Matt Everett, Eric Eichstadt, and Trey Jones is a really good one. Those 3 cars all glued back together. Eric going to try to go back low. Everett's up high. Looks like Matt's car may have gone away a little bit here in these closing laps as we're 2 to go at the stand. Eichstadt trying to fight back on the low side. That is good racing going on for the 4th spot. Up front, nothing to talk about. E.J. Jones is just driving away. Right now, last time around, 2.8 seconds over Lon Franks. Jason Salter a little bit behind the 23, about 6 or 7 car lengths. So off of turn number 4, white flag going to go in the air. 1 more trip around for E.J. Jones, who is off the end of turn number 2, Todd. And I think cue up the music down there. We're about to party.
Down the back straightaway for the final time. The natural one, E.J. Jones, slides her into turn number 3, just making sure he can nurse this one home and end that bad luck streak off of turn number 4. At the start-finish line, Flagger has a checker flag in hand. E.J. Jones taking down the victory. The 23, Lon Frank's going to finish up 2nd. Lieutenant Jason Salter is going to finish up 3rd. Eric Eichstadt 4th. 5th is going to be Trey Jones. Jim Revis going to be 6th. 7th is going to be Kyle Moyer. Then you have the number 9th, and 9th is going to be Daniel Crossett, Michael Whitlock, Greg Tuberville, Glenn Irwin going to finish up 12th, Daniel Stifler going to finish up 13th. Justin Gledhill 14th, 15th, the 097 of Mitchell Enos, Eric Elmore, Alex Brewer, Josh Peacock, and Casey Brunson round out your 19-car field here. Wednesday night street fights. Let's go get ready to party, Phil. E.J. Jones going down to victory lane for I don't know how many times now, Phil. It's been a lot here on Full Velocity TV as of late.
Yes, it really has, and it never really gets old if you're E.J. Jones. He's our big winner once again this week here, live on Full Velocity TV. DWR Wednesday night street fights, as we have them here live each and every week. And these guys put one hell of a show on here tonight. Nobody faster than Carver 84 of E.J. Jones and Victory Lane. As you said, as they start burning it down on the front stretch. The annual weekly demo derby these guys do after the race is on in full song. They are tearing cars up in the back chute, but look at the 84. E.J. Jones, Todd, taking the Polish victory lap. What better way to celebrate it here tonight in Lakeland, Florida than the 84 going on backwards around the racetrack. He's going to go to victory lane, which we will find him over in the DWR Discord. So give us about, let's say about maybe as little as 30 seconds. We'll be ready to go here and talk about top three on the post-race show right here on Full Velocity TV.
Definitely going to be looking forward to that as we make our way over. We're just going to ride here with E.J. Jones on this Polish victory lap here. The Cedar Cove DWR is sponsored. We have Mick Ultra on that car too. And just can't wait to see what kind of reaction he's going to have down in victory lane. He wanted us to annex that nickname. We called him it all night. He was able still to take down the victory, Phil.
Sure was, Todd, and I'm ready to go over there in the Discord over at DWR. I've got the top three all squared away, so I'm going to let you do your magic. Get on over there, get us all unmuted, and we'll be right back here. Talk about top three on the post-race show right here live at USA International. All right, back here live over at DWR, post-race show going on here live on Full Velocity TV, and we'll talk to our top three over here. Todd, of course, going to go down to victory lane and start the party of rocking. I'm going to run down here track side. I was going to go to Jason Salter first, but looks like he's going to be locked up here in a little discussion with Eric Eichstadt. So let's get second place finisher. Let's get Lon Franks into the conversation here. A lot of terrific pill draw for you this week. On the outside pole in 65 laps around, we find you with no progress at all, but best part is you didn't lose any either. Good solid one for you again this week.
Yeah, I stayed on the podium, stayed out of the stuff. Had some long green flag runs, and I don't know. I was expecting short bursts, so it is what it is. It's a good race, so.
So you were expecting a short burst, and we get this awesome, long, elongated, stretched out green flag runner. How you feeling after a race like?
Wore out. I mean, that's the DWR I'm used to, you know what I mean? But lately it's been a lot of caution, so I didn't know what to expect, but it was good tonight. So
it certainly was a great run, and you had a really good car in your own right. You were up there side by side with EJ for about 10 or 15 laps side by side. As good as his car was tonight, your car for a little while there early was equally good. Was his car just a little bit better? Did your car go away at all? Did your car stay consistent throughout the entire race?
No, it fell off. It's a different set. It's better on spurts and yellows and in traffic. And we just got strung out there, and he's just creeping away from, he's good, though,
We see him do it here all the time. He is real good, Lon, but a terrific run for you. Second spot, nothing to be disappointed about after the spell of bad luck you had for a little while. It's going to feel good. But I'm going to give you the mic one more time out there. I know we've always got the crowd out there. I'm not sure I saw Meadow click in here tonight. I didn't get to look at the chat quite a bit here this evening. But I'm going to toss you the mic there, Lon. Awesome crowds out there watching tonight. Facebook Live has been jumping. YouTube's been great as well. We're also on Twitch TV. So whoever you want to say hello to or thank, the floor is all yours there, bud.
I got to thank all my family watching, family and friends rooting me on. It's pretty cool. E1G for the rap, DWR, all the guys. Great group. You guys are putting it on. Congrats to EJ on.
All right, folks, there you have it. Second place finisher this week, Carter 23. Lon Frank's coming home in the second spot, and now we'll run down here as I think Jason has pulled away from that discussion he was having with Eric. So let's go talk down here to the driver of the 10 car. Last week's winner comes home third. Man, Jason, a lot of green flag winning here tonight. Seemed good for your car, but I bet you probably could have used at least one more yellow to at least have a shot at EJ and maybe Lon there, because you had a good piece, but just not enough time there with no yellows.
Yeah, I think looking at it, I think me, EJ, and Lon, they were putting out about similar lap times. I gained a little bit on Lon towards the end. I knew I wasn't going to have enough time to get to him, but I had a lot. The car handled it really good, especially that long green flag run like that.
Say the car stayed really consistent. I mean, you didn't burn that thing up running through traffic the way you did, because, I mean, you had to use the car up a little bit to get through, but you say you still handled good after you got through there and got the chase down model?
Yeah, a good portion of them, I think, come from a wreck that happened. And then I know I used a lot of it. Me and Eric was running door to door, having a lot of fun. I was content with just doing that for the rest of the race. It was a blast.
Well, it was awesome tonight to watch there, Jason. You from last week's winner starting at the back. For guys like me who dream of doing this at the level you guys can do it, running at the back with a group like this and coming back all the way through to finish third, that's got to be fun, but it's got to be a challenge. You guys really have some of the best over here. Absolutely, for certain, pound for pound, the best street stock league out.
Oh yeah, I mean, I enjoy racing against everybody and running close door to door like that, and it's really about planning your moves just right and see them kind of get an idea where somebody might bobble and kind of pouncing on it when you can, and it works out sometimes, and sometimes you kind of get stuck in the mix.
Absolutely right. Well, you guys did it here tonight in a big way as normal. Your car finishes up in the top three with a good solid run once again. So, racing Jason Salter, I toss you the mic one more time. Great crowd out there watching tonight here, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So, the floors are yours, pal. Thank you. I'd like to thank.
And again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and racing with us. The Wednesday night crowd's just a blast to race with. Like I said, we ran that whole race just about without a caution. And you couldn't ask for a better group of guys around here. I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting Full Velocity is the best around. Trash Panda Graphics putting on excellent app on the car, and just Jim and Eric for keeping it going with me, man. We just love the hell out of running with all these people, and hope to keep it going. We're running up on the 1 year mark here soon, so hopefully could put on a really good race for that.
Absolutely. We hope to be a part of that. There you have it, folks. Mr. Jason Salter, one of the good guys over here at DWR, keeps this ship running. Him and Eric and Jim do a fantastic job. We'll let him get back to it, and we'll let those two sort it out, whatever they got to do. But we're going to throw this thing down to Victory Lane, which I wonder if these guys are maybe even into the sauce already down there. Finally, it feels like it's been a while. The natural one, EJ Jones. He's a Victory Lane with Todd.
Yeah, definitely down here in Victory Lane, and we had a conversation, EJ, about your nickname.
Man, it's been a while.
But this is about your nickname. You were blaming it on the nickname that we called you, the natural one. You got up front and you just left them. I mean, what more natural than that can you be?
I mean, y'all gave me that name, and ever since y'all gave it to me, I've stunk. I mean, but last week at Williams Grove, and I come from the last after I used a quick fix, and I just run myself into the turn 3 wall like a moron. I stepped on my wiener there, but I mean, what can you do? I just wasn't having a very good week last week or the week before.
No, definitely. But this erases all those memories. You can forget about that. Bringing down the win here on Wednesday night.
Oh, I'm still gonna have nightmares about that. But I mean,
well, yeah, you did look like a rookie. I'll have to say that you did look like a rookie when you ran plumb into the wall, and it just looked like you turned left right into it, right into it. So I do remember that episode, and I was like, man, what did he revert back to his young self or something?
yeah. What was that guy thinking? What a doofus.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to ask that person. We'll have to go back in history and ask him.
I don't know what they did with old EJ on that lap, but man, he wasn't around. That's for sure.
Well, EJ, as we're accustomed to here on Full Velocity TV, I know we want to get the party started because it's been a while since we've had a big raging party down here. Because I tell you, it's been a while since you've won. So we like to have the parties. Yeah, we party afterwards, but EJ gets rather disappointed when he don't win races and he can't party as hard. He just he sits in the corner and mopes. So we got to make sure he wins more often. So we got to give a pick me up so we can have these wild, crazy parties, and that's what we're going to do. EJ, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Think what we'd like to think.
Yeah, luckily I don't have to go sit in the corner and mope with my Michelob tonight. I can party and celebrate and barbecue, and I mean, we can just have a good old time. You know, who's bringing the strippers tonight? Hopefully it's not Phil, because last time he brought them, that wasn't very good. But gotta first thank the guys at Cedar Cove Speed, especially Charles. This is USA's one of probably my best track besides maybe Knoxville. Is a track that when you first start on the service, it's a free track you get, and I turned a lot of laps at it, so I've had a lot of time to get the setup on it perfected to the way I like it. And I mean, it was absolutely on point tonight, which I mean, that was freaking awesome. Also, got to thank my other friend Peter Delavan. Thank the guys here at DWR, Eric, Jason, Jim for putting this on every Wednesday. Thanks also to Ike said Motorsports. Got the wrap updated this week. Got some more Wednesday stickers put on it and some Sunday stickers put on it. So it's got a lot more character to it now, I guess you could say, with already all the chicks on it. But, you know, also got to say hey to my mom. I doubt she's watching, but that's okay. I'm still going to say hey to her so that way she can't get upset at me for not. Thank you guys at Full Velocity for broadcasting again. And, you know, I say let's get this party started. We've got the hamburgers, the hot dogs. Yeah, hamburgers and hot dogs tonight. Piss on it. I've already had too much to drink, and I'm gonna go drink some more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win there in the Cedar Cove, sponsor number 84, the natural one, EJ Jones, and I'm gonna go party, Phil, and that's the bottom line.
Yeah, I figured such, and I'll meet you down there a little bit shortly, or I don't know. I may go out there and race myself out there at some point in the community this evening. So we'll have to wait and see. As I gonna patch up the wing here a little bit. As for guys who don't know, I fell earlier this week and busted up my elbow and got a sling on, and whatever I did here during the broadcast, I was actually covered in blood here for the first 30 laps of that thing. So trying to cover the race and patch myself back together was an experience. But great job by the guys at DWR tonight, as always. Wednesday night is always the place to be, right here over at DWR. We're back with these guys again live on Sunday night. I believe we're still here right now. We were USA on Sunday night, so I'm not sure where. I think we go to Volusia next, Todd, if I mistake me right. So it's Lanier. We go to Lanier next week on Sunday night. So that's going to be a great time this coming Sunday. But we still got a couple more great shows to end up this week. Tomorrow night, we go back over to Daytona. We stayed iRacing this time. Been a while since we've done a pavement race here in iRacing. Daytona International Speedway, a trip to the Cyber Thunder Racing League. Our buddy Tom Richter and his buddies over there resurrecting an old league from years back here now in iRacing. So good to go over there tomorrow night. We'll see the Xfinity Series cars coming up on Full Velocity TV. The Cyber Thunder 150 at Daytona tomorrow night. I believe airtime 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Look out for all links there. Then we come back on Friday. We see the 305 Rocky Top Sprint Car Series over at Hard Motorsports, and I think we may even have a show with Simatics that night, too. Don't quote me on that one, but I know Todd's are working that deal behind the scenes. We had those guys on last night with our buddies over there, Ron Piles, Ronnie Wayne, Scott, Jack Chewin did a great job covering the iRacing scene here for Full Velocity TV last night as we were split up again. So it's been a very busy week. We're going to keep going at it, and we enjoy doing this night after night. Got to thank all you guys out there, guys and gals, through Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Got to thank our crew behind us, Martin Karch for graphics. Got to thank Josh Smith for the camera work, Jack Chewin, our backup control guy when needed on the call. Thank to Roddy and to Ron for all their hard work this week, and my buddy Todd, as always. The best of the business, the beast of the Northeast, live right here night after night on Full Velocity TV. So for Todd, I am Phil. We'll see you next time. Back tomorrow night at Daytona, right here live on Full Velocity TV.
Good night.